Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler, the Geek Slays. Welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast, episode 42, where I don't know what we're supposed to talk about, but
we're gonna struggle because
Destiny didn't show up, so we don't know what's going on anymore. Zulu, we're not playing Fortnite. We're playing podcast.
Talk about boring shit.
We're playing podcast. Playing podcasters. We're pretending to be podcasters who are not good at their jobs.
We're role-playing podcasters.
Yeah. The real podcaster was Destiny, and she didn't show up because she hates us. Wonder shat in her Cheerios this morning. Could have happened. I don't know. I don't know why she didn't come.
Sound like Cheerios. Whatever.
Well, her cereal. You shat in her cereal.
More like ramen noodle.
She likes cereal. Everyone likes cereal. It's cereal.
She likes like one type of cereal, like Cocoa Puffs.
He shat in her Cocoa Puffs is what happened here.
Cocoa Puffs look like shit anyway, so.
Yeah, that's why she didn't notice, and then she ate it and got really sick, and then...
Okay, we're turning into a weird-ass fucking...
We're turning
topic.
into a weird-ass topic? We're always a weird-ass topic. Because we have nothing to talk about. You hate cereal. That's not okay.
That's okay.
You can't hate...
I should hate it because every time I eat it, 30 minutes later, I got shit my brains out.
What? How do you get sick from cereal?
I don't
Cereal's
get sick
best.
from it. I think I'm a little bit lactose intolerant.
So don't blame the cereal. Blame the milk, you fuck.
But you can't have cereal without milk unless it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I lactose intolerant.
You lactose.
He lacks toast
and you're
and
taller than your aunt.
No, his aunt's taller than him. See, taller aunt. Idiot. Because it's... For some reason, it's not acknowledging
Lacking
viewers, so.
toast and a taller aunt. Does that mean you have a short aunt?
You're a short aunt.
True.
What the fuck? Alright. What are we gonna converse about? What's been going on in your life, Zulu? Yeah. Put water in your cereal?
Well, I'm not quite that broke.
I don't like that. That doesn't feel good.
That's pretty much like putting almond milk in your cereal. That's pretty much just water. That's what it tastes like.
I've never had almond milk because, allergic to nuts.
Right. And also, there's no tits on an almond, so.
What about the little thing at the top of the almond? Maybe that's the tit. You ever tried to milk it?
Maybe the entire almond is the actual tit.
Oh, maybe. Probably, actually. That would be depression. True.
I've ate a lot of almonds in my day.
You found an info hazard? What the fuck's an info hazard? Did I have even asked that question? Do I even want to know? But depression. We could talk about depression. I have that. I also have chronic anxiety, which I like to just continue to call crippling anxiety. He should know. I can't go anywhere alone.
Right.
I fucking went to my niece's birthday party at my brother's house. Had to have somebody walk outside to walk in with me so I didn't feel like everybody was looking at me. Yeah.
It's probably the methamphetamines you did as a child.
No, that was cocaine.
Both? Probably both.
Probably both, to be fair.
You lit it up on meth and then snorted a line of coke.
Last night I got bored and edited a highlight video of episode 41. Ooh, that could be cool.
Oh, yeah.
That could be fun.
That was a long... Those last two fucking videos we did were pretty fucking long.
Yeah, those were all, over an hour and a half. This one's gonna be
No, they were over 2 hours. Both.
Were they both?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Now I gotta look.
I am pretty sure both of them were over... well over 2 hours.
Search
the one was, almost, 2.5 to 2 hours and 40 minutes.
The one was nearly 3. That's true.
And the other one was like 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 25 minutes, something like that. I think so. I could be crazy.
No, 1 hour 56 and then 2 hours and 19.
No. I could have swore they were
close to 2 hours, but still,
that's a long podcast
for us. I mean, but that's because normally it's just me and you with nothing to talk about. Destiny,
right? We need to take a trip to
somewhere,
Germany or something.
The Poland story.
Yeah.
We need our own Poland story.
Yes,
that's true.
Indeed.
Me, you, Anthony, Destiny, and Spencer just go.
Yeah.
We'd have some stories to tell. That's for sure as shit.
We'd probably get arrested and
at least once. At least once.
We probably would never come back.
Oh, I could see that happening. But I mean, is that really a problem? Getting stuck in Poland, is that really the worst place
Poland's
to get stuck?
Not the greatest place.
That's true. I feel like
that's why we ran. I mean, my family migrated from Germany to Russia.
I returned to my desk with the Gamer Fuel. Gamer Fuel? You mean G Fuel? We're not sponsored, but that's upside down. Good thing we're not sponsored. Oh, just
this
blew
is
that.
why you're not sponsored.
Blew that sponsorship opportunity right there. God damn it. Oh, hey, I just realized an issue.
Our lights aren't on.
Yeah. Fuck is my lights remote? Where the fuck? What the fuck?
What kind of fuckery is this?
There it is. There it is. There it is. That's the wrong color. There we go. There we go. That looks... Oh, the Christmas...
What about the Christmas tree?
We forgot everything. We are unprepared.
Yay!
Now...
You can't even see that the Christmas tree... Well, I guess you can.
Kinda. A little over your shoulder. There
you go.
Mountain Dew Zero. Trash. Mountain Dew's trash.
Mountain Dew. I mean, it's
maybe
okay.
that's because I drank literally enough of it over the course.
I drink, I'll drink it every once in a while, but I can't drink a lot of it.
I used to...
Too much caffeine.
I first of all used to only drink soda. I used to be like, this guy didn't remember what water tasted like. This guy, I don't know. Have you drank water in the last 10 years?
Water? What's that?
Yeah. All he does is drink soda. I don't know where those came from. I went to game night, right?
Uh-huh.
Came home, and they were sitting on my desk. And also, can you not do that? You're like, if you let go, you're going to throw it through my laptop, which costs more than your truck. So
that is not true.
Well, who knows what the fuck's wrong with your truck? Maybe it is true. Maybe don't do that. Stop. God. Do shit that's so loud.
It's a good thing.
No. I feel sorry for anyone listening.
Keeps you on your tits.
We should get him a glass of water and drink it on stream. I don't think he would.
I would.
He'd spit it out everywhere. Not enough sugar.
You guys have well water though, right?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'd drink it. I don't drink any other water than well water because gross.
No, there's some bottled water I really like.
Gross. Tastes like plastic. A hint of plastic. Gross.
He says as he grabs this plastic bottle full of soda that...
Yeah, but the acid of the Coke burns out the plastic.
No, it just eats into the plastic, so...
Yeah, but I can't taste it.
All the sugar.
Good.
That's what we got.
It's all the battery acid. I love it.
Dude, have you seen what Coke does to a nail? That's what it's doing to your insides.
You got to see what it does to when it hits your stomach acid. Look up a video. I dare you.
No.
They do like a replicant stomach acid looking stuff. Look it up. It's great.
I'm not looking it up.
Why not?
It sounds disgusting.
It's not like it's not actual stomach acid. Replicant.
It still sounds disgusting.
But it's intriguing to see what it does.
Is it intriguing to see what it does? Is that what it is?
Yes, yes.
You're uploading the highlights to YouTube. Oh, That's gonna have to be a copyright strike, bud. Actually, technically, if he edited it down into a highlight video, it would fall under fair use. A lot of people don't actually understand how fair use works, though. So a lot of people would try to copyright strike it, which is trash. Like, if I went in and took an entire one of, like, Ninja streams and edited it down into a 10-minute highlight video, it's unlisted, so hop all the way up. Nope. But if I took one of Ninja's streams that are like 8 hours long and edit it down into like a 10 or 15 minute video, technically that would fall under fair use. I'm just making a joke. I'm sorry. Damn. I just wanted to be like every other shitty streamer and YouTuber. I just wanted to
act
be a
like
piece
you're
of shit.
important enough to worry about.
Yeah, just for once I wanted to act like it mattered. That I'm at. What are you doing?
That's not even with the front table, and it drives me nuts.
It doesn't need to be, because now you're making me lean all weird. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, that's gonna drive me nuts. There. What if we do it that way?
There we go. That works.
You happy
that
now?
Works. It's even now. OCD was ticking right there. It's like,
God damn it. Chat keeps being trash. I was being a joke. I was being a joke. Well, my whole
your
life's
whole life
a joke.
is a joke. So was mine.
Yeah.
The only time my life wasn't a joke is when I was playing football, and now that's not a thing.
Even then, it was kind of a joke. We just didn't tell you.
It wasn't really a joke. It was kind of a badass joke.
You were popular for like 3 months. Calm down.
It's fair.
You're just reliving the one moment in time where people loved you.
But the entire state of Wyoming loved me, so
I don't know if that's true.
pretty true.
I don't know if that's true.
Casper Star Tribune named me the top five times, which has never happened in the history of Wyoming.
Anything.
Yes, it does.
That doesn't mean the whole state loves you. That means the one guy who runs the top 5 thing for the Casper Tribune.
Because you have to have a minimum of 40 people vote on kids and come to an agreement on top 5 kids.
Still, it's the same 40 people.
Right. But it's never
so 40
happened.
people loved you.
They're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to pick somebody different every time, but
Why?
there was only me and one other kid I got chose 5 times. There was one other kid that got chose twice. So I thought that was kind of cool. It made me all Twitter-pated.
Yeah, brag it up. You had a good time in your life that I haven't experienced any of those yet. It's fine.
You didn't break your ankle kicking field goals.
I'd probably be in the fucking NFL right now.
Good.
Well, look at how many teams need kickers. I feel like I would have got there. Who knows how long I would have stayed there, but I could have got there.
Shit, you only need to be there a couple of years.
That's true, but I would have tried to be like an Adam Vinatieri, fucking play for 30 years.
Right. Well, if you
That's the goal,
you might as well.
right?
What
That's
the fuck?
the
It's
goal.
not like you're extenuating yourself as a kicker.
Right.
That's the one job you could be 60 years old.
Yeah, that's the one thing I will say. Like, because everybody says kicker's the easiest thing to do on a football field. No, it is the least physical.
Right.
But it is not the easiest at all. How many quarterbacks do you know who can kick a field goal? Whoa! Zach with the sub. I appreciate you, my dude.
What's that do?
He's a subscriber now.
Okay.
But I forget that you don't know how the internet works.
I don't. Not Twitch. I knew how Mixer worked.
Yeah. So, well, Mixer didn't get subscriptions until we would have had them now because we would have been partnered.
Right.
But basically, he pays $5 a month. He no longer has to see ads. He unlocks access to all the different emotes I've made, which I still have to make another one. I just keep putting it off because I don't know what the fuck to do. So he gets access to emotes, the no ads. I honestly can't remember what else it does.
You should make a dirty humor emote. Or dark humor emote.
Dark humor.
So every time something like pops off as dark humor, you could hit the emote.
Dark humor.
It comes across the screen.
Right.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm thinking about.
And somebody's like, "So, what's the best recipe for toaster or something?" You'd be like, "Choose."
Jesus Christ. Not again. Don't bring that back up.
You and Jew jokes.
Dude. What was the fucking other one? I can't remember it, but that one was bad. Shouldn't do that one.
You did it in school.
School isn't the internet. I was already the social pariah of our school. Like, everyone made fun of, like, Gavin and Christian. I think everyone made fun of me, too. They just made sure I couldn't fucking hear it.
Right.
They were a little worried about that part. I'm sure there were people who talked shit about me. Never while I was in the room. That's a lie. Gavin tried once.
Yeah,
he almost ate a face full of chair. He ducked.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't duck. He just sprawled out on the floor. It was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, how often does
there was a lot of times where people would talk shit, but the funny thing is everybody. So there would be 3 or 4 or 5 people in a room, and one of them would be talking shit about me for whatever reason, and one of them would sneak off and be like, "Hey, Wonder, this kid's talking shit." So I just walk in the room and be like, "Somebody talking shit on me," and I never had to ask who it was because the person that was talking shit would take off running.
Actually, that's not true.
Gavin.
So I wasn't even the one making fun of you, but the one time. But you walked into a room and said, "Someone talking shit," and I was like, "Yeah." And you just went, "Okay," and walked out.
I never was gonna do anything about it.
It's always more intriguing to have more. I wasn't saying anything, but it was you, so I was like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Right.
And you're like, "Okay."
I never was gonna actually go do anything about it, but people are just so freaked out for whatever reason. But I'd walk in the room and be like, "Somebody's talking shit," and they'd be like, "Ah!"
Because you're the star quarterback. You scary.
They thought I was a scary person, but I like jokes. I like to fuck around.
I like jokes.
I talk shit on myself too. I don't necessarily think that's a problem. I don't think you should be doing it behind my back, but
Sure. Sure.
But I find out you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna destroy you because you have a problem with something I do. That's just part of life. Some people are gonna have problems with what you do.
Everything.
With everything.
No matter what you do, somebody's not gonna like it.
You just as well do you. It takes quite a bit to piss me off.
The amount of people who, you've seen it. The amount of people, not like Heath and Dan, they just make jokes about the content I actually make, right. Which that's fair.
Yeah.
Like the Oreo video, that's fair. The eggnog video that came out tonight, you know what? That's fair.
Right.
You can make fun of those. Just the content itself, because it is kind of dumbass content. Mm-hmm. That is fine. But the amount of people who... Yeah, there's an Oreo video.
Yeah, you should go watch it.
I don't know if I recommend that, but yes, there's an Oreo.
If you wanna watch a lot of gagging, men gagging, that's...
We should upload it to Pornhub.
The problem is that there'd be like fucking 112 people that would like that video on Pornhub. Uh-oh.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine here.
Play in the internet.
Yeah, that was weird. But like, there are a lot of people who give me shit because I do this.
Right.
Not give me shit. They're just dicks about it. Like fucking Ty.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you don't have a job. It's like, what the fuck?
Like,
and he's like, well, you don't do anything. It's like, huh?
Well, it's just because they don't understand like what you do. Like literally, you spend more time doing your job than anybody else does usually. Like, really.
Other than Thursdays, because it's the podcast, so I just do the podcast, edit, and upload. It's
not uncommon for you to be, 10, 12, 15, 16 hours of work
in a day. Or like the fucking couple weeks ago when the Xbox launched, the iPhone launched, all the new games were out on the same 5 days. I got 6 hours of sleep in 5 days, cranking out videos and streams and stuff.
And it kind of pisses me off when Ty's like, well, you don't do anything. And it's like, whoa, hold on, cowboy. You put shit on shelves in a grocery store.
Right. Shut up. I get that it's not the most physical of jobs. right? It's hard to make original content and edit it. That's true. Jeez. Hey, man, you do what you got to do for content. Content is key. But yeah, that was a rough couple of days. I may have then spent 2 days in bed. Like, I'd wake up and
felt
eat.
sick.
That's true. To end all those days of no sleep, we did the Oreo and the eggnog video in the same day.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Dead.
Muy bad idea.
Oh, that was rough. But it's like, what I do may not be the most physical of things. But that doesn't mean it's not a job. I mean, the people who are a pencil pusher in an office, like a secretary, they not do anything because their job is to just sit there and
well,
click,
belittle.
click, click, click.
I feel like it's stupid to belittle somebody because they're not making money like you are.
I think the thing is
it's potential. You could potentially end up making more money than any of them.
I think
put together.
I think the issue that people have is, first off, is maybe they don't understand it. And that's fair. If they would actually sit down and talk to me to allow me to enlighten them on what I do and how it works, then that would be fine. But he doesn't. But also, what the biggest thing is, I think it bothers people that I'm doing everything I can to go after my dream when they either didn't or couldn't. And that bugs people. It's hard to fix ignorance. That's true. But it's also fair. I can't expect, somebody who's, how old is Ty? Like 47?
Somewhere.
Ty's,
he's got to be in his mid-40s.
Ty's one of the older ones out of our game night group. Walt is the oldest,
yeah.
but Ty's up there.
But Walt really doesn't judge you.
No, I don't even know if he knows what I do, but he doesn't care. He's like,
Right.
whatever. But, and like, even Heath and Dan, they don't judge me. They just,
They're just dicks.
I'd make fun of me too for the videos I make. Like, come on.
Right.
That's kind of fair.
Dan, I think Heath and Dan, they like to tease you because just when it comes to Star Wars and stuff like that, you are much more intelligent than they are. So it makes
You
them
should
feel
say
better
accountant.
to tease you
Nobody
sometimes.
questions when, right? I should just start saying I'm an accountant. Nobody would ever question that.
Right.
Oh, where do you work? At a place where accounting things are done. Oh, cool. Like, nobody knows anything about that.
Right.
But they won't question it because it's a job title they've heard of before. But like Ty, he's never understood the internet thing. Never cared about the internet thing. Whereas like Dan and Heath might not understand it perfectly. Like I'm not going to say I understand it perfectly. They don't understand all of it, but they also have seen enough and used it enough to realize like there's definitely career possibilities and that it's definitely a real thing, where I don't think Ty sees it as that.
Yeah, Ty sees it as it's just sit around
just
and
a
play
loser
video
wanting
games.
to sit around and play video games all day, which that is part of what I do, don't get me wrong. But also, like, have you seen the video games that have been out lately? It's more work to start up a stream than it would be to go to an actual job. The fuck am I gonna play today? Yes, it's Fortnite. I haven't been sick of that game for 2 years.
Yeah, I tried playing some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Really disappointed.
Tonight, after your football game, if you decide to get on, you're gonna have to try out the new Fortnite season. It's pretty fun. Also, you still got to get the $10 to get Mando. You're gonna have to. You're like, I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to because I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna
If I had $110 in my banking account right now, I would get it.
See, we did that the other night after you got off when we were doing the Among Us stream the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Zach and his friends jumped and we just spent about an hour and a half looking at houses in random places. Just cuz. Fucking, it popped into my head. It's like, are we like DDoSing these people because we're putting their addresses out there? And then it's like, wait, these houses are listed on the internet.
They're literally
what the
on
fuck
the
am I
internet.
thinking about?
You're literally advertising for them.
Right?
They are fine with it.
Right? but yeah. I wish there was more. It's so much harder to do that now because of the whole copyright thing. So glad the last 2 Fortnite videos didn't get copyrighted. Well, the videos probably did, but whatever. YouTube's copyright system makes way more sense anyways. Basically, YouTube just goes, hey, they claimed your video because you used their song, so you can remove it, or if you don't, you they get all the ad revenue from your videos. And it's just like, well, I don't earn ad revenue, so whatever. Or even if I did, it's like, okay, this was from a stream I already earned the money off of. These are just clips that people want to see. That's fine. Like, come on. All I want is a 20-car garage with a bed and a shower. Oh, sure.
Makes sense.
That's fine. That's fine. Dude,
Have a car guru.
I've already decided, like, when I get to the point where I'm going to buy a house, I'm not going to buy a house. I'm just going to buy land, build a fucking house.
Buy you 5 acres like we did and build you a mansion.
I'm not, I wouldn't say mansion.
What you should do?
See, we went over this yesterday. I'm going to outline it for stream now. So, if you haven't seen it, go watch Nick Merck's setup tour. He has this whole basement that's his streaming setup and stuff. I want to do something like that. So I'm going to have the basement that is for the setup, for streaming, rooms for making YouTube videos, a waterfall, because he had one, and that's the one thing out of there that's like, fuck, I want that. I want a waterfall in my fucking house. So, basement, that's a streaming room, there you go. Then, just a single floor for the house, got a living room, a kitchen, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, call it good.
Right.
Unless there are a bunch of other people living with me, because like, I'm not having fucking kids. Hopefully.
I never understood. I really almost want a house that like an underground house.
Oh, sure.
I think that would be badass.
That could be kind of cool.
Well, for one,
So I Googled
underground
it quick, and
houses.
Jesus Christ. Yup. Nick Merck's studio is fucking insane. But we call those bunkers.
Yeah, but like an actual, like, you go down.
A bunker.
Yeah, pretty much a bunker. But the thing is, that'd be great. For one, it's more environmentally friendly.
Is it?
Yeah, because
How?
it's underground.
So
the environment above it, so like deer, animals, stuff like that, it's not bothered by your house.
except for I feel like stuff would be.
Plus, your land, it would still look as if there was no house there.
Sure. Except for the air tubes
Right,
and the generators and all that shit.
right, which that can be, But not only that, tornado comes through, you don't have to worry. You can sit in your living room while the tornado
What happens when stuff
passes over.
floods?
Well, it depends. That's why you don't build your house in low ground.
Hey, apparently my house is in a flood zone, so
Right. But
I don't know how that works.
If your house floods,
We're
all fucked.
like, come on.
Because the ocean returned.
Yeah, we're on a hill in the middle of Wyoming. Like, that river isn't getting full enough to come close to my house.
Right, even if the dam ruptured.
Right? Now, I'd be able to fish from my porch, probably.
Yeah, but actually, I think my house would probably be in more danger than...
Oh, definitely.
Because, the North Platte River used to be a mile wide.
Huh. Probably gonna need a bunker in 2021. Oh, good. Land is disturbed because you've dug a massive pit to put in a bunker. When was the last time it flooded in Wyoming? Well, didn't it flood in Torrington a couple of years ago?
Well, I know it flooded in Lusk. Because literally the bridge was gone.
Yeah.
In Torrington, it flooded. I was in Torrington when that happened, too. My fucking truck was floating down Main Street.
Nice.
But yeah, in Torrington, it rained.
Hit the brakes. I am!
It rained in Torrington 5 inches in like half an hour.
Sure.
And then in up there in Lusk, it rained 8.5 inches in 10 minutes. It was fucking crazy. To watch that, I was watching it on weather maps, radars, and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'd never seen anything. It literally looked like a, they had a small tornado too, but it literally,
Small tornado too. It's fine.
but it literally looked like a hurricane.
Yeah.
It looked like, and it had an eye to it even. Like it was a hurricane in Wyoming. It was fucking nuts. And the reason why I was watching it is because at that time, we were on our way back after I broke my ankle at fucking South Dakota at football camp. That was when we were on our way back. We had to detour all the way into Nebraska, which popped us out on the other side of Scotts Bluffs.
God, you guys did that route wrong then.
There was no other route.
Yeah, there is. The route that I used to come home from Pier. You still would have came out like on this side of Scotts Bluff. So like right out of Mitchell, you know?
Yeah.
There's the weird turn up. Like as you're going up that hill, you basically turn at the ditch right there. There's another road there.
We couldn't go through there because they had that road completely tore apart.
Oh, did they?
Doing
Okay.
road work.
Okay. So there was another way. It just
We
wasn't
couldn't go through
available.
it.
That's fair.
So we
I was gonna
had
say
to pop
that's-
out on the other side of Scotts Bluff. It literally, oh my god, that trip sucked. It took forever. Plus, I'm sitting in this vehicle with no painkillers, fucking cramped up with like 5 other guys in a Suburban, and I don't have enough room. So I was like, I was riding with Mr. Sherwood and Brandon Gifford, and I was
love
like,
how you just put out full names on the internet. Terrible person.
that's fine. They don't care. They're on the internet anyway.
Are they?
Yeah. For coaching.
Well, yeah, but whatever.
Anyway, I was like, guys, if you don't mind, can I like lay my foot in between you guys up on the center console? Because I was trying to elevate my foot to get the blood flow to come out of my foot because it was literally just sitting there going. It hurt so bad. It wasn't even the when I broke my ankle. It didn't even hurt. Like, you know, my adrenaline was going. I knew it was broken. Because, you know.
That's the one bad thing about being a kicker, though. You break your ankle as a kicker. The adrenaline isn't going. Your adrenaline's going because you're playing football.
Yeah.
Mine, it's like I kicked it, my ankle snapped. It's like, oh fuck, that hurts.
That's why I didn't
that
go.
hurts.
That's why
that
I didn't,
hurts.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. The only place that offered me a scholarship to go play football was Black Hills.
I also didn't snap my ankle. Just gave it a good old fracture.
Right.
But still, walked off the field all normal and then just flopped to the ground. I'm like, fuck, that hurt so bad.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't go play at Black Hills, is because they had that was a brand new football field. We were some of the first people to get to step foot on that brand new football field, and it's turf. And underneath that turf, they did not get the ground level. So the turf had potholes in it, but you can't see them until you step on it.
Like turf or like AstroTurf. Those are two very different
No, it's
things.
turf, just like, you know.
Because if it's AstroTurf, that means they just fucked up, because they technically under AstroTurf is just cement.
Yeah.
AstroTurf kind of fucking sucks.
Which either way, there was potholes. Either way, it should have been smooth.
Yeah.
But either way, there was low spots and potholes, and I took it off the left side, the 223. I remember the play, and I remember I was going towards the sideline, and I broke a tackle, and I had a big guy, and it slowed me down just enough for this big kid to get a hold of me. Well, he still couldn't drag me down because he tackled me way up high, and so that of course slowed me down. So another big guy was on the other side of me, and I took a step forward, and it was right in a pothole, and it turned my ankle sideways, and they applied their weight at the same time. All that weight went right to my left ankle, and I just hear this like a really loud audible snap. And it wasn't my ankle that broke. It's the bone that runs down the side of your foot. It just went like this. And then that was the bad part, because broken ankles aren't as bad as sprained ankles. You know what else I did? Sprained my
your
ankle.
Yeah.
Because it twisted it really bad, but I also broke that bone on the side of my foot, which is why it sticks out to this day. And it's all calloused over and stuff, and my shoes don't hardly fit, right? But I kind of went to stand. I was like, well, maybe it just popped and nothing's wrong with it, because it didn't hurt. And then I stood up and fell flat on my face. And then I stood up again and didn't put any weight on it, and I kind of just like one leg hopped over to the sideline. sat on the bench, and the guy's like, that doesn't look right. And I was like, fuck it. And I slipped my shoe back on. I was like, I'm not even going to worry about tying it. I said, just wrap that sumbitch as tight as you can get it. Just as tight so I can't move that. Because what I was doing is having him support my...
See, he wasn't the star quarterback yet.
No, not yet.
He did that in the summer leading up to being the star quarterback and never went and got it fixed because he's a dumb fuck. Actually, no, we can't pull up his stats because our school never filled them in.
Yeah, we can.
No, where?
Look up...
They don't exist. I tried. I was talking to Spencer one day. Looked you up. You don't exist. If you look up you can find you. You don't have a single stat in your life. As far as I could tell, anyways.
What? Torrington Telegram has my stat.
Maybe. Let's look.
Because I looked it up the other day. I don't remember where it was, but...
You can see I looked it up.
Yeah.
Colton Wonder Football. Crib, maybe. I know Wild Prep. As far as I knew, Wild Preps didn't have it. Or maybe I found your stat. Oh, yeah. Here.
Season stats.
There you go. I'll let you read them yourself, buddy.
So, season stats, 1,437, and this is just my senior year. 1,437 rushing yards, 23 touchdowns, 13 of 27 passing, because I didn't have any fucking receivers, for 146 yards, and 1 touchdown pass, 239 kickoff returns, yards, 1 touchdown, 86 total tackles, 4.5 TFL.
Tackles for
loss, and 1 fumble recovery, 2 interceptions, and 2 blocked kicks.
Yeah, there you go.
So, and then what's the...
what I can't find is I can't find highlights. You don't have any video of you.
Right. Career stats, 67 rushing yards, 23 touchdowns, 216 total tackles.
9.5 tackles for loss, 6 pass breakups, 4 fumble recoveries. You doubled most of your stats.
Okay, so favorite
football moment was your second game of the season. You had a game-saving 94-yard touchdown.
Oh, so this was the Super 25 stats and stuff.
Well, most embarrassing football moment was on an easy touchdown run. You tripped at the 2-yard line and didn't score.
A tall blade of grass tripped me.
Yeah. Top pregame song is trash. You chose Thunderstruck. Okay, the song's not trash. Thunderstruck is a great song, but there are so many better hype-up songs.
It was the best one at Super 25. The reason why is because you got all these old people there to look at these kids, and their walk-up songs are all rapping shit. These old people are like, yeah, what the hell is this shit? Well, then you get a classic like AC/DC, Thunderstruck, and once it starts, all the old folks are like, their eyes light up.
But that's not, that wouldn't even be my song of choice from AC/DC.
Well, the reason I chose it is because it was one of the first songs that would play when we walked out onto the football field at high school. And it just reminded me.
See, I always go with what songs did I listen to before a game. And
right, I don't listen to songs before a game because...
You don't listen to music.
Well, we would listen to shit with our big-ass fucking speakers in the locker room, but it was always somebody else's song.
That's how Guernsey was. I always just had headphones.
And it was always... The song of choice was always I Put On.
So it's like, I was always the kicker, so everybody in there's jamming out to whatever music they had. I'm sitting in the fucking corner of the locker room with my headphones on, just in my own little world, and that's basically what a kicker is. Like, yes, we are on the team, but... Except for in Lingle, because... Bebo did other things. He wasn't just a kicker.
Right.
Like, my whole job was go out there, kick the football. That's it. It's like, all right, dude. I could do that.
Right.
Well, basically, it was because, well, you're kind of good at quarterback, but you know, we like to have our quarterbacks run, and it's like, yeah, I'm not fast. I am the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady type. I stand there, I throw.
I feel like Colton is going to be like 45 and still boast about his high school football career. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got, man.
See, but he was dumb. He didn't trust me, who was already doing this shit, so, video editor could have, got his highlight tapes out to places. He just goes, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be a welder. Fucking idiot. Okay, you could have got a free scholarship to somewhere. So you could have gone to school for free, still studied to become a welder while playing football and just giving it a shot. What's the worst thing that happens if you give it a shot? You fail and end up where you are right now.
No, I fail and end up in student debt big time because I went to a university.
No, because you had a scholarship.
I didn't have a scholarship.
You didn't try.
And in order to get a scholarship, you have to play for at least a year. And then at that point,
You did
usually
play for at least a year. No, you can get a scholarship to go to that school.
yeah, the only thing I would have got was Hathaway.
No. No.
Yes.
These schools can give you a sports scholarship.
Yes,
From
if
day one.
I-
From day one. You don't have to have played there for a year to get a scholarship.
It's not going to be a full ride, though.
It could be.
Only if I am a starter. If I'm a walk-on, they don't offer scholarships.
You didn't. What I'm saying is, you didn't even try to get your tapes out there to even test it. I don't know if it was because you were afraid of something or what, but you didn't even try. Is the issue. Of course, no school outside of the state of Wyoming is going to have heard of you. Because no fucking shit, you're from the state of Wyoming.
Well, Black Hills sent me.
But if their
scholarship.
field was that shitty, I wouldn't have played there either.
That's why I didn't
Offer
go,
me a
'cause
scholarship, it's like, fuck you.
even if I go there, they don't have very good programs.
Yeah.
At that time, I don't know how they are now.
I don't
but
either.
at that time, it was like they were trying to get back on their feet to me. And they didn't have any kind of, programs that
But
I was
that's not
interested
always
in.
true. A full ride would cover a room and board if he got that. But
Right.
even if you didn't, you don't have to. So a lot of the times, universities, the price you pay is based on your classes. So you could have just done shitty classes
Right.
and just gone full football guy.
you
Could have tried that.
You have to have at least.
Yeah, so many
You
credit
have to be a
hours,
full
for
student,
sure.
basically.
Yeah, but you can
But-
do that by not, if you go into a major and, go to very specific classes, those are way more expensive than just doing general shit that you could have done.
But
or you
even
could
as a
have,
general, the least amount of money you're going to pay going to the university is $15,000. That is the
Sure.
least amount of money.
well, unless you would have had scholarships of some sort.
Hathaway,
But
$800.
okay, that is also on the guidance counselor for
Yes,
Lingle.
so
She was
I did-
trash. I love her, but
Yeah,
she
great person,
didn't do good at that. Yep.
But the thing is I paid a total of $6,000 for welding for 2
Sure.
years.
Sure.
I would have had to pay $6,500 or $65,000 to do the same thing at Wyotech or
Well, sure.
at the university.
But but still, if
But the thing, my thing
that's
is,
something else that causes an issue, but that was all on the guidance counselor. Look at Destiny. How many scholarships she got?
right.
How many could you have gotten, but you just didn't know they existed?
Yeah. So that is that
doesn't
was
help.
another reason I didn't go to a big college is because I
Didn't even know there was a way to do it.
If I had, $30,000 in scholarships, which
Sure.
would have left, I still would have had to pay student loans,
Sure.
but I would have felt more comfortable being able to get them paid off.
Right.
I would have been more comfortable going into, in my mind, it's like, do I risk going over here and then end up not getting a scholarship and then being student loan for 30 years?
But if you had
Or
other
go over here
scholarships
and-
leading into it, it would have been easier. And
Right.
I get that. I get that.
And
I get that.
If I got the scholarships, great. But say I go in there, snap my leg, I'm fucked. I'm literally fucked.
So don't snap your leg. Drink your milk and keep going.
Right, which my tenacious, people tried to hurt me. They couldn't. I mean, I'd have my injuries and stuff, but never did I come out of the game.
Right.
I had times I broke my big toe and still played, but big toe. It didn't feel good because right after I broke my fucking big toe and sprained the other one
I
at the
can
same time.
I can technically say the same thing. I never came out of a game. I already kicked it and then walked off the field. I didn't need to go back out there.
Yeah, see, I had to go back out there and then ran a 65-yard touchdown, which I don't know how I did that. That sucked. I was
And then
like
all
fucking
my-
hobbling down the field like, fuck, my fucking toes hurt.
And when my knee blew out, that was during a practice. So, and that was the end of practice too. That was
Right.
rough. Because, I was supposed to be a pitcher that year, so I was going to throw BP. but like live batting practice. So I was actually gonna, go in and like first pitch. That was not good. Didn't make a sound, but it felt like somebody kicked me in the knee. Because I stood up and looked back and was like, dude, what the fuck? The guy who was playing second base is like, what? It's like, did you just kick me? I'm like, he's like, no. Tried to put weight on it and just fucking crumpled. I was like, oh, that's not good.
Ball's bigger than basketball.
What? Oh, you? He's saying you got balls bigger than basketballs, I think. But why is it when we end
Apparently
up
I got a hernia.
Why is it when we end up left to our own devices, we just go back to talking about our sports days?
Right.
It's the easiest thing to bring up, I guess.
Yeah. One of these days I just bring my discs over and we just stream my football games.
Wait, you have them all still?
I have my entire senior year on.
Dude, we could sit here, have it up, and we could basically be doing like a commentary over it. That'd be kind of fun, actually.
That would.
We should do that.
The sad part is there's no sound to it.
Not straight. So we won't do it straight up as like a podcast. We'll just do it as like a random stream and then videos. Right. So I think it'd be fun.
That could be kind of fun.
Breaking down Wonder's high school tape. And then it would be breaking down my high school tape, and it's just 3 kicks. Because it was Guernsey.
Right.
And it was 6-man football, so most of the time you didn't kick it. The only time I didn't kick extra points, I was there for field goals if we needed them. And normally, I never got lucky enough to, here's a 25-yard field goal. It's like, here's 50. It's like, fuck, really? We're a small school. I don't got a kicking net on the sideline to keep warmed up. It's like, okay, you haven't kicked since, the beginning of the game, and it's the 4th quarter now. Get in there. It's like, huh? You want me to do now? My longest in a game was 53 yards. And it was snowing, and that was kind of cool. It made me feel like Adam Vinatieri from like back in, I can't remember what year that was, like 2001, the Tuck Rule game where they beat the Raiders in the AFC Championship game. It made me feel like that because there's snow all over the ground, and I was fucking cold.
Well, yeah, because you're sitting on the sideline not doing anything.
And like Lingle, you guys had coats and shit on the side. We didn't.
Yeah. So those coats didn't do fucking shit. But hardly.
Still better than I'm out there without a coat, without anything. I'm just fucking.
The one thing that pisses me off about the Lingle coats, they're not windproof. Like, what the fuck's the point?
Right. But I think my longest in practice field goal was 60.
You know when we got good field coats? My senior year. I never came off the football field, so I was warm anyways.
Right. Guess before I played kicker, I always ended up... when I got to Guernsey, because of my size, they were like, we're going to make you play offensive line. I was like, no, you're not. I kick, and if you want me to do something, I'll play defense. Because I want to hit people.
Right.
I'm not good at being an offensive lineman. I'm not good at that. Probably because I don't have enough care. Like, right. I just don't care. They're like, all right, you can play D-line. And it's like, cool, I'm bigger than everybody. I'll just throw them the fuck around. I wonder what it takes to get one of those NFL thermal jackets, right? Those big ones that are like fucking long as shit. Those would be so nice. I bet those would be sick.
It's like a fucking mobile toaster oven for a
right?
person.
I want one of those. You know what? Let's look it up. Let's see if they exist. What? NFL.
Yeah, so let me know, and I can bring... They're on 2 discs.
Oh, I'd actually have to figure out a way to do. I don't have a disc drive. I would guess my Xbox does. It would play them.
Yeah, Xbox. I played it on my PlayStation before already.
See, these aren't the right things. These jackets are just jackets.
It's a trench coat, I believe is what you call them.
Well, I don't know if it's exactly a trench coat. Oh, sideline goats, yes. I want to buy Tom Brady, okay? Fuck.
Oh, there you go.
That's close. $120 for this one. I don't know if that's the right thing, though.
There's another one that I seen. Those are
Oh, this
the
one?
ones with the hoods and shit.
Fisher Adult Sideline Cape. Why is it called the Cape? Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense, actually. That one's only $70.
Yeah, but that's not. Oh, that's just.
That's just a replica type deal. Anything else? No. Okay. Speedo. Yeah. That one from Speedo. I don't think the NFL shop sells the right. No. All right, whatever.
Good looking hats, though.
That's why we're just going to go to an NFL game, run down on the sideline, steal them, and run out.
Yeah, that works well.
Yeah.
Ask anybody that's ever tried to jump onto the.
Hey, it worked out for the one guy. He tried to catch a field goal.
Yeah.
But he had to jump over the railing. He jumped, and it was like where the tunnel is. So he was like 25 feet in the air when he leaped off that. He caught it.
Broke both of his fucking legs while he was at it.
No, he was fine, I think.
He's probably drunk enough. He didn't feel a
Right.
damn thing.
Dude, it's like, why would you do that? What the fuck?
I don't know. I watched a clip of apparently some guy got really drunk and went out onto a high school football field with a strap on.
Oh, sure.
Just walked around, walks over, grabs the football off the ground and like walks around. And some guy's burly ass fucking dad comes sprinting across the field and just fucking slams him from behind. And then he like rolls him over and is like pinned him down. And it was funny to me because that big ass black strap on dildo is just like smacking him in the butt cheek as he's like, manhandling this guy. It was pretty funny. It was actually from 2016, but brought it up again.
Did you ever see that video of the chick? I don't know what was going on. It was a high school. It was a video of a high school, some sort of game. I don't know. But the sprinklers were on for some reason, and she jumped the fence and got hit by the sprinkler, and it knocked her over. And she got up, got hit by it again. Or no, she tripped trying to jump the fence. Got up, took off running, got hit by the sprinkler, and it knocked her over.
Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it knocked her out. 'Cause it was like those they're like the fucking fire department, pressure hose type sprinklers, and she just ran right into that bitch. Almost
that video is so
decapitated her.
good. Still not my favorite internet video though. My favorite one. Stupid video. It like starts off as a Trix commercial. Like, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Then it cuts to this guy getting in his car and turning it on. Yeah, cars are for streets. And it cuts again to a video of a car just hitting this guy who was walking across the street. It's so good. Yeah, cars are for streets. Whap! What, is it getting close to time for you to run away? Gotta go cook your mommy dinner. 3.
Yeah, I should probably get some... Get my steaks out. And
How old are you now? 23, 24, 23.
you goddamn old.
Well, no, I'm genuinely
23.
23-year-old man still gets bossed around by his mommy. Yep. That's a benefit for me. I never had one of those. So
Yep.
No, I did.
I would say you're lucky, but I do get some badass Christmas gifts sometimes.
Oh, so do I though.
Right.
I see, I got all the good parts of having a mother without all the bad parts.
Right.
Well, I mean, for the first couple of years, there were some bad parts, let's be fair.
It was a little rough.
Don't open a can of SpaghettiOs within smelling distance of me, because I will instantly vomit. Because instead of, being a decent parent, whenever it was time for me to eat food, she'd open a can of SpaghettiOs, and then just give it to me cold, and that's what I ate. And of course I ate it, because I'm fucking hungry. But now, SpaghettiOs, oof.
Yeah, it may drugs you or something like that. I know how to get it out of your system.
SpaghettiOs. Fucking
projectile.
It might be the same thing now with fucking eggnog. Jesus.
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking, my brother was here, and my niece was drinking fucking eggnog, and I walked out of my room and I went, "Who the fuck's having eggnog?"
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I was smelling when I'm opening up the fridge. Maybe there's eggnog in there, and that just bugs me. Christmas shouldn't be about presents. What should it be about then? Spence, no. What should Christmas be about then? Because I mean, I guess it's technically supposed to be a religious holiday, but it's not, because sure as shit not Jesus' birthday, because Jesus was born in the fall. I mean, the scripture that those dumb fucks believe in says it, so you gotta... Well, the Bible's not always right. Oh, really?
You mean especially the part where women are supposed to stay home and aren't allowed to work? Yeah, okay.
The fact that the Bible says slavery should be around. The fact that if you work on the Sabbath, you should be killed. Do I have to do it, or should I call the cops? Like, I don't know.
I thought suicide was a sin. What if nobody else is around me?
Should the Washington football team still be allowed to play football because touching the skin of a dead pig is unclean? I mean, I'm sorry, if you're gonna believe in Bible and use that, especially as your excuse for why you don't like gay people or some shit, you don't just get to pick and choose at that point what you want to believe and what you don't. You don't get to say, well, the Bible says you shouldn't be gay. Oh, well, the Bible says I can make you my slave. Well, that's not the same. It's the same thing. It's actually from the exact same spot in Scripture. Actually, everyone only pays attention to the part they like. I know, and it pisses me the fuck off.
It's like, as soon as you criticize somebody else for doing something, but you also, don't follow the Bible in certain areas, that literally instantly makes you a hypocrite.
You know what? The one thing that bugs me the most about all of the people who are super religious, it's the fact that in Scripture it says that you are not supposed to judge people. That is his job. But then you go on to judge people and talk about how God will judge them. Yes, he will if he exists. That means you don't get to.
That's why
You're supposed to love thy neighbor, no matter fucking what. Well, okay, I'm never going to go with no matter fucking what, because there are certain things that I'm never going to be okay with.
Right.
So,
but the thing is I used to go to church all the time, but
so did I.
I really started getting away from church. When I was younger, I didn't notice it, but now, some of the most judgmental people on this planet are the people that go to church.
Right.
And that's probably because they need it.
Right.
But it's like, I'm not going to go to church, especially since I'm a person that doesn't go all the time.
Right. And you get even more judgment. And then you get
more judged because you show up.
Right.
It's like,
the fuck? Dude, yeah, I used to go all the time. You remember.
Yeah.
I was big into the church shit. Yeah. But then I went... It's like I just stopped one day and thought about it for 10 seconds and was like, none of this actually makes sense.
Right. Right. But, I mean, when I was little, every year I went to that week-long Bible studies thing,
True.
Because I enjoyed being around the Bible study teacher. She was great. That was the Nearing gal.
Yeah.
And the people that were there, they were really nice people.
Well, it was like for me around freshman year of high school when I stopped, really believing any of that. But I still went to youth group every week because the people at that time, the people were all just people I went to fucking school with, and then all the youth group leaders or whatever were cool. So it was like, yeah, I'm gonna still go because I like these people. It doesn't mean I believe any of the shit that's happening.
Well, youth group's kind of fun. I went there one time.
It's like I'm here for the fun stuff that happens for the first 2 hours, and then because I'm not a dick, I'll sit here through your little Bible study thing.
So like, here's a crazy thing. My first experience with youth group was my senior year in high school.
That was by your choice because I invited you.
The end of my senior year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because I got invited by who?
Still super fucked up that you went because they invited you when I'd been trying to get you to go for 4 years.
Right, but it was at the point in my high school career where I really wasn't doing anything, and I really didn't want to go, but they were like, come on. And I was like, fine, okay, I'll go with you just to see what it was. And because I'd always hear stories about, fun shit that have happened at youth group, right? Like, fine, I'll go. First time, they were having a scavenger hunt. We had to run around town, figure out where all these clues and shit were.
Oh.
Ended up hooking up with a chick from youth group.
Oh, sure.
And having sex with her 3 days later.
Oh, sure.
So that's my experience with youth group. So
Youth group was pretty great for you.
it was great.
Oh, you remember the time I literally ripped all of the skin off my leg from youth group?
Yeah.
Carpet burn to the umpteenth degree.
Yeah.
Dude, I was fucking bleeding everywhere. I didn't even notice. Like, we were doing stuff. I slid on the carpet for some reason, like it was fucking baseball. Got up, we were just talking to people. Somebody goes, dude, you're bleeding. I'm like, fucking where? Look down at my leg and it's just blood everywhere. I'm like, oh no.
Carpet burn sucks because you don't notice it right off the bat, but later it hurts.
Yeah.
Not only that, it like scabs over and you brush up against the smallest thing and it just starts profusely bleeding. Yeah, one of the worst. It wasn't carpet burn; it was road rash that I had on my leg one time. I
Done that too, couple times.
I was riding my bike and I hit a patch of gravel and laid my bike over and just slid on the freaking pavement. That actually was on concrete, so that wasn't very. I mean, it wasn't. Either way, it sucked because when I got up, all my skin was gone and there was little rocks and pebbles stuck in my flesh.
That's why I will always say carpet burn is not as bad. Because you don't get the gravel stuck up in there.
I was picking gravel out of my leg until it completely healed up, I swear.
There's probably still
some gravel in there. But I'm pretty sure,
going down
the iron in your blood probably dissolves.
Going down that hill, the same one, just right by the church. Not even the big hill, just the little one, like from the church down to the bar. That's always the funniest thing to say. The hill that goes from the church to the bar.
Yeah. Well, if you were serious, you would go up to where the old water tower used to be.
Well, that
some bitch is like this.
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah.
You did
that on a fucking longboard one time. I thought you were a lunatic.
See, on the longboard, that one was easy. I didn't get hurt on that one. It was on a skateboard the one time on the big hill from the water tower down. I was going. We were just hanging out, having a great old time. Rock.
Yeah.
Caught the wheel of the skateboard. I stop. The skateboard stops. I fucking Superman into a stop sign. A speed limit sign. Pretty sure I had multiple concussions at the same time then.
Yeah, it's pretty sketchy going down that hill on a fucking bicycle. Like, literally, it's just like all you hear is wind.
Yeah, the problem was both times, both skateboard time and the longboard time. He was there for the longboard time. The skateboard time, no helmet. Longboard time, not only no helmet, but shorts and a sleeveless t-shirt. Like, I gave absolutely no fucks.
Yeah, I remember that old chopper bike I had, looked like a fucking Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
That was probably the best bike to go down that hill with because it had fat tires.
Yep.
Now, Dustin Green.
That's why longboards don't scare me on that hill, because they don't get caught by rocks. Like, it would have to be a hole in the ground that just stopped it. So it's like, I'm not worried.
Like, the Green Boys had that one, remember the old, it wasn't a mountain bike, but like an exercise bike type thing with the real skinny wheels?
Yeah.
He went down that thing one time. He got, how you can get like the
speed wobbles.
The speed wobbles. It started out really slow, and pretty soon he's like, and then it just.
Speed wobbles on a bike are funny to me.
It was funnier and shit because I hate that
speed
kid.
wobbles on a.
I despise.
When I first got my longboard, I was trying to, get everything balanced out and shit. So I was going down just the hill from the church to the bar. This was the story I was trying to get to. I got speed wobbles going down that and tried for about. It felt like 20 minutes to save it. I'm just sitting there. Well,
yeah. My thing was always like, if you started getting the wobbles, you beelined it towards tried to lean into where the grass was, the church grass.
Well,
so you could
on
hit
a bike,
you hit the curb,
possible.
but if you hit the curb, you'd fly into the grass and you'd be fine.
See, on a bike, that's possible, but on a skateboard, it's flinging itself around, so you can no longer steer. So it's just like, man, this is gonna hurt. And
that's how I ruined my first bike.
And the entire time you're speed wobbling, all you get to think about is, wow, this is gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah, my first bike, that I ruined my first bike going down that big hill.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Harley bike, it was the one before that. It was like blue and red. And I was going down that hill and I started getting the wobbles and I was able to lean over. I hit the curve. I made it onto the grass, but there's big old cottonwood trees right there, and my bike like sideways slammed into that tree and just wrapped around the tree. That's how I ruined that bike, because the main frame just went.
Nice.
So then I got the Harley bike after that, and I'm wanting to get a bike again because I miss those days riding bikes and stuff.
God, I want to be that popular. Markiplier is in the hospital. He had a intestinal blockage. It's not the first time it's happened. It's a thing with him that exists. But so he made YouTube videos about how he was in the hospital, and it might be a while before he can get back to making videos. And then he just tweeted out earlier today, "I pooped," and then it was trending on Twitter. # he pooped. I want to be that popular that when I poop, it gets trending. That's what I want. That's my goal. I'm retired. I'm retiring from the internet effective immediately. Fair enough. I thought that was a South Park character. I don't know why.
I thought that was a icy vagina.
Ice cave. It does. Yeah. Yeah. Don't want to read half of this shit. I was just hoping for something to talk about. But apparently not. Oh, wait. Brooklyn Nets unveil their new city jerseys. What the fuck are those jerseys?
Gross.
They look like a child drews on them. Trash. Those are trash. Tiger attacks oh, never mind. I thought a tiger attacked Carol Baskins.
That'd be nice.
Right?
Tigers don't lie.
Maybe people would stop fucking talking about her then. Sorry. Defensive Player of the Year is trending. Oh, for TJ Watt. No. You know who should win NFL MVP? Trace McSorley.
Yeah, did you like that thing I sent you?
Yes. I did. I don't know why Trace McSorley is so funny to me, but it is. It's just because we'll never know. He's never truly going to be like the quarterback of the Ravens. And who knows, he may never get a shot anywhere else. So it's always just the what could be. One of these guys is the best quarterback on the Ravens. The other's some dude eating a banana. I guess that's a decent place to call it.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. We'll catch you in the next one. Hold up.